staying with us for our third segment. And once again, we've moved another one out and another one in. Our new face here on this segment is Joel Hendry, who locals may recognize the name and or the face. Joel's been a Bluffton resident now for, well, since 2003. Is that right?
2003 is correct, yep. 10 years now.
And tell us what Joel did to be around for the championship.
Well, it was actually the brainchild of Ryan Thompson with Heritage Golf. Last year he came up with the idea to run a qualifier for local players a few weeks leading into the event at Palmetto Hall. And last year was a big hit, and this year as well. And Joel won the local qualifier to earn a spot in the tournament, and I believe chipped in on 18. I don't know how many of our viewers have played 18 at the Cup course, but if you miss it long left and that pin's front right, it's pretty much a double.
Yeah. What kind of lie did you have over there?
I had a pretty good lie. A little uphill, tight, but little
Was
uphill.
this a chip in for par or
it
birdie?
Was chip in for birdie.
Come on.
For birdie.
For birdie,
for
yeah.
Par.
Professional. That's a par 4 though, isn't it? How far? I mean, how far did you have in?
I think I had about 170 yards in.
Oh, so you knocked it in. You didn't chip it in.
I knocked it over the green.
It's all coming to me now.
I knocked it over the green too, and chipped in for 3.
Chipped to come back. So you shot what to qualify?
I shot 2 under par 70.
2 under.
Yep.
And that was a good full. You guys had a good full field of qualifiers, I think. Didn't you?
I think they wound up with what, 43?
45.
Yeah,
Somewhere
45.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just playing for one spot. That's
One
a little
spot.
bit of pressure.
Yeah, it was a good way to knock the rust off to start the year.
Yeah.
And get the competitive juices flowing.
Yeah, well, speaking of competitive juices, you've been at this a long time, not just as an E-Tour golf member, but I think we talked, you were a member of the first Junior Masters, which was here in '95, right?
Yeah, the Junior Masters back in 1995, which is now the Hank Caney IJGA.
Right.
I was there for 2 years, and then moved on to college. Turned pro in 2001, and I've been battling the mini tour since then.
Yeah, when you say battling the mini tours, that's literally battling the mini tours.
It sure is.
We talked about how guys, you know, the purses are obviously growing now, but back in the day when, you know, you were starving out there. Guys were sleeping in their cars, sharing rooms, four guys to a hotel room, whatever it took to save enough money to get to the next tournament, right?
It's tough. People don't see that side of golf.
Yeah.
You think
a lot of people think it's very glamorous.
It's not. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough being away from your family. It's tough, you know, staying in the hotel rooms. It can be tough, but it's a great lifestyle too.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and you see this with a lot of your guys. You know, what do you identify is that difference between, say, a guy that like Joel, who just won't give up on the dream, sticks it out, works through all these really difficult and trying circumstances that this type of career brings on until you break through. What is the difference in those guys and the guys that just fall off and go back and sell insurance?
Well, I think there's a certain mental makeup that differentiates them from guys that, you know, give it a shot for a couple of years and fall off.
Kind of like you and me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hang it up. Give me the desk job. The paycheck.
Where's the bar?
Exactly. You really have to have a grinder mentality, don't you? And I think a lot of it too, you know, and Joel can certainly testify to this, there's so many guys at this level who grew up with the silver spoon that have that fallback option. I'm going to give this a shot for 2 to 3 years, but if that doesn't work out, then I can go get a job at XYZ company because I know XYZ CEO.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, it takes a lot of guts to do it, and it takes a lot of short game. You know, we're talking about that coming into the segment. The willingness to spend half of your day, 3/4 of your day from 50 yards and in. A lot of guys, even at this level, get bored with that. And you can't. You got to embrace it. You got to love it.
Yeah, there's fun practice and there's really tedious, difficult, hard practice. And that's really where that 60 yards and in can be.
Absolutely.
You mentioned you play out of Hilton Head Lakes, who is a sponsor of ours and good friends of ours. They've got a really excellent practice facility over there, don't they?
They have a wonderful practice facility, nice big range. They've got a fantastic 6-hole par 3 course ranging from 75 to 145 yards.
Wow.
So you can really, you know, work on all aspects of your game up there. It's really a nice place to be.
Well, we're going to be, I'm sure the local contingent will be looking at you fast and furious, and hope that your career continues to blossom.
I appreciate it.
This is a great way to start. I think the Palmetto Hall Championship is really gaining some steam, becoming one of your premier events.
It certainly is.
And congratulations for winning your way in.
Thank you very much.
It's a good start.
It sure is.
Winning is a mentality, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So good to see you again, my friend.
Absolutely, good to be back.
Yeah, and for Joel, great to have you.
Thank you very much for
Good
having
luck
me on.
out there.
Thank you.
For all of those who are looking to see some really good players that are just on the brink of breaking through on the bigger tours, come out to Palmetto Hall February 14th through 17th and see this championship, sponsored by the Westin. That's all the time we've got this week. For Chris Hendricks and Chris Tremblay, who will be back with us next week, I'm Daniel Cort. Thanks for joining us.